Hello everyone, hi. We're back. Ravel's been eating mold and seawater.
What the hell? Why do you have to say it like that?
I mean,
She just
Every
wanted to
time we
get
just
this
keep y'all waiting
complete
because we're busy having stupid conversations before we
You're
start.
muted. You're muted.
I am not.
I checked, she's not.
Fuck.
she's not. She's not. It's just
You
random
tried.
shit.
Oh, wait, I need
It
to.
was literally the first thing I looked at was, is my microphone muted?
I mean, fair enough. It happened like every time.
It's happened like twice.
It happened more than twice.
Okay, 3 times, sure, whatever.
More than 3.
Sweet,
But
It's like
maybe.
every
if you
time.
go 4, I
What?
will lose
What?
my shit.
Do I hit 5? Do I hit
Because I
5?
mute myself on the end screen, and then I close OBS and switch to the other scenes, where when I unmute myself for the other streams, it doesn't unmute on this scene set. The D&D scenes.
Oh no.
It's
Zines.
fine.
Snin.
Sneak?
What? Snum.
Snin.
Snim? Snim.
Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, where I'm joined, as always, by Avai Valkyrie.
Hi.
Very
me.
slow on the uptick there.
Yes.
It's CK Lady underscore.
Hello.
A Ravel VT.
Hi.
And a Tommy Got Games.
I have slept 15 hours in total this week.
That's more
not
than I was
very-
expecting.
And in my defense, I was looking for the tweet where you were saying we're streaming and I can't see one.
Oh shit, you're right. I haven't actually tweeted.
Oh my
I
god.
blamed
I was
you
gonna
guys
repost the
and your
tweet.
fucking stories.
What do you mean? You had all the time in the
I
world
was
saying
trying
my
so hard to
story.
think of like what is my like description and name for this stream, and then like you were talking, so I couldn't focus, and then I forgot the tweet. Okay.
Thank
It's 'cause
the
I'm thinking about
mold.
Clue-eating mold, right?
Thank the mold. What do you mean, thank the mold?
Sherry either thinks of unmuting herself at the start of the stream, or actually posting it on that she's streaming on Twitter.
Well,
There's no
it's
in-between.
fine. If you all have been following the streams, you will know that I'm streaming now. Because I said it like every stream. And also, if you're following on my Discord, you would know.
Wait, Vivi.
Hi.
Okay, to train your dice,
Yes.
like, you know, the D10, how do you, what face do you put on? Like,
0, because 0 is 10.
0?
Why 0?
What if,
Because 0, I literally just said 0 is 10.
what about
Yeah, but
the...
That would be
why?
why.
Why 0,
Because
10?
Because if you're rolling a D100, which is 2D10, you need one of them to have 0 on it.
Oh, because you can't roll a 0.
Have you,
So
have
you'll
you looked at
find-
your dice and
Yeah.
seen a 10
If-
on
if you-
there?
If you look at your D10 set, you should have 2 D10. And one of them says 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,
Yeah.
60, 70. Yeah. The other one says 1 to 0. Because if you're rolling a single D10, the 0 is 10. If you're rolling a D100, and therefore both, the 0 is 0.
Then which one is good?
The 0.
But what if I have to roll a D100? And it's like,
You want to roll 100, so you want the 10, to land on what you want 0, 0, 0, I think. Yes, something
yeah,
like that.
but then if you roll a different one, then the 0 is bad because it's less than
Well,
the
which one
9.
would you roll first if you just have a D10?
You'd roll the one that's
Roll
not
both.
got 10, the one that's not 10, 20, 30. You
No, but
roll the
if
one
you
that's
if you have only a 1D10,
Why are
and
we overcomplicating this so much?
Guys,
if you're
this is what
rolling
it's like
2d10,
before stream.
Yeah. if you literally have just 2d10 that just have 1 to 0 written on them, then the first one you roll is the 10s, and the second one is the 1s.
what?
Okay, but what if you roll the 10s, right? And you roll an 8, let's say. You roll an 8.
Right.
And then
okay.
you roll the second one, and you roll a 0. That's an 80, right?
That's 80, yeah.
But if you roll a 9, that's an 89. So the 9 is better than the 0.
And what would you rather have? How often do you roll a d10 for d100?
I don't know, I never rolled any of those.
Well, that's what you get for being an unarmed barbarian.
Okay. I think we're ready for the recap.
Are we? Are you sure? Do you want to talk about dice more?
Well, I'm
Do you
pretty
want
sure
to talk
Clue would
about
like.
eating mold more?
Clue
Eating
would
mold
like.
is good for you.
I don't think it is, but sure.
I think we learned about edible dice last time. So what about edible
That's
moldy
true,
dice?
Yeah.
Like Clue can eat.
Yeah, I've got some dice here. They've got like bones and moss in them. Do you want to eat those?
You have them?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, can I see?
It's like
I've
you know how
seen
you
them
walk up to a
before.
wild animal and just hold
Whoa.
food in your hand. It's just like that. You
That's
want this? You want
dice.
this?
Can I jump those dice?
No, I need them.
So tonight's episode is all about baked bean dice and how disgusting they are.
What?
Yes, baked beans in epoxy.
Oh yeah, those.
Oh. Ugh.
They were horrible.
Ugh.
So about that recap, guys.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. God, I've already like forgot. I had it, and then you talked, and then I forgot, and I have to read my notes again.
Is TK still here? It's unusually funny.
I wouldn't blame TK for leaving at this point.
Ticket just went to Macca's getting some
I just
breakfast.
So,
He's like,
Don't know what to say.
finishing your business in the Vatir Tundra, you started heading out back towards Pale Hill. Along the way, you encountered a group of orcish poachers with a wagon, a large ballista, and a number of crates on it. In one of those crates, or I guess cages, was a small familiar goblin by the name of Scrunky, as well as a little six-legged black kitten with these sort of tendrils going from its shoulder blades. You cut a deal with them, giving away your antique spoons, Tori, some ancient coins, and 400 gold, before Clue came in, the master negotiator that she is, and offered them a Leviathan crystal, under the premise of it being a magical key to the Feywild that would unlock the nearby Feywild fissure if they were to, I don't know, go through with this crystal. She managed to kind of scam them out of giving the 400 gold back somehow.
we lost the spoons.
You did unfortunately
spoons.
lose the spoons, but you gained a displacer kitten, which you, Tori, called LJ, or Larry Jr. You also freed Scrunky, who... Yeah, I'll put Larry. You also freed... I like how I waited so long to ads happening during the recap now. This is really cool.
What?
No, I'm not getting derailed. This is fine.
ADHD brains be like.
Okay. Yes, you freed Scrunky as well as getting little LJ, and you tried to convince Scrunky to give up the life of crime, but he didn't really take to that. So you instead, Zulil told him to always carry a watch, to which he attempted to swipe your watch. Almost successfully, with some surprisingly smooth moves from Scrunky. Only barely caught by your keen eyes. You then chased him into a bush where he tumbled into a ditch, and you got your watch back and traded him a rock that he had given you in place of the watch, to which he was ecstatic to be receiving a rock despite holding it a mere 5 seconds before. You carried on your way to Pale Hill, playing with LJ a little along the way and introducing them to Lam. Upon reaching the city of Pale Hill, you found that there was a guard blockade set up at the entrance to the city. You were questioned for a bit and had to put down all of your weapons on a table, which took some time for some of you, but eventually you were allowed to pass. Heading up to Fia's mansion, you went, well, most of you went inside, though Fia was a little unsure about how a bag of holding may react to the interdimensional space that is the interior of her mansion. It might be fine, but she doesn't know, and you don't know, so that's maybe a mystery to figure out at some point. But not keen to do it while Slepny was still in the house, Zulil, you waited outside with Clue, as Tori, Faith, and Lamb went inside to help Slepny. After cracking a diamond into powder and maybe damaging some of Fia's furniture in the process, Lamb was able to cure Slepny, to which he was rather excited, but was given about an hour or two to recover fully, before he came downstairs to meet you all as you're having tea and cookies, and he began to make some rather bold revelations. With his interrogation at the hands of this group, and with the knowledge of what he was previously looking into that they took interest in, he was able to determine that they are likely looking to ascend to godhood in much the same way as the Sanguine Prince did some 100 years ago. However, the Sanguine Prince's ascension was imperfect. He reached a level of extreme power but not true godhood, and the method was extremely costly. This new order, this group, aims to somehow learn from and possibly replicate this ritual in a more effective manner by taking the place of a fallen god, specifically the goddess of duality, using the Shattered who hold a piece of her in each of them, using the artifacts from these Shattered that equally hold their power, and seeking out the dagger that was originally used in the Sanguine Prince's ascension, to study, to learn from, to replicate, or just simply to use. You were also told that Slepny had some interesting ideas utilizing your crystal armillary sphere, Ori, a way that it could be turned into a staff that could be possibly more powerful than the sphere is on its own. To which he said that he would ideally need a little bit of time to figure out, and that you should get back to him in maybe a day or so. He will also be taking this time to return to his office, to assess what's still there, if anything's missing, if it's been raided, as well as look through his notes, check anything he's missed, and hopefully find a way to track down the objects that this order is after. You currently sit in...
I really hope he doesn't notice that it's been raided by someone.
I wonder who that could possibly have been.
You currently sit
know.
in Fia's mansion, having just heard these revelations. Fia, after you've all had some time for this to sink in, stands up and goes to the other room. She comes back a moment later with a small but nice-looking wooden chest with sort of iron frame to it. These sort of fleur-de-lis patterns in the corners. She places it down on the table and is like, well, I know this is all a bit much, but I do believe I owed you something for this. You had quite a journey to bring help, and I greatly appreciate it. I know this was a great ask of all of you, and you've all done well. So do you deserve your payment? She opens the box, and inside you can see there is a cluster of gemstones. Some clear as diamonds, others red rubies and garnets, some emeralds, some turquoise and other gemstones, as well as a few small clumps of precious metals in there as well. This should cover the diamond that you used in helping Slepny, as well as your payment. I hope it's sufficient. She pushes it towards you along the table.
Yeah. Do you know somewhere we might be able to sell some of these for some coin? Because I spent all mine on a cat.
She kind of looks at your little display circuit and, yes, well, some of them may be useful. You may wish to hold on to them, but,
Yeah.
if you do wish to sell them, I'm sure you can find a jeweler or anyone who would buy such precious minerals. I'm sure there are plenty of people in town, and if you were to encounter someone on further travels, I'm sure many people who are not so much running stationary stores would be interested in trading.
Okay, thank you for that information. Who wants to hold all the precious gems?
Faith looks quite uncomfortable at the idea of taking payment from helping a friend.
I don't know, where am I next to Faith? Let's assume I'm next to Faith.
Yeah, I mean, you're all just sat around like the living room currently.
I'm just gonna be like, put my hand on her shoulders, be like, Faith, it's okay. She asked us to do this. Like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I don't know. It just feels kind of you know.
Then consider this
yes
a
and
gift
no.
of my appreciation.
Can I see the box?
Yeah.
Oh god, are you gonna dive into it?
I don't think
It's not
I've
a big box.
If she even looks like she's gonna eat one, I'm diving in front of her.
I'm pretty sure Clue's outside anyway, so she's
I'm
not
not.
even there.
I went in.
Yeah, you all went
Oh,
in.
you went in.
You tossed
Yeah, if
your
everybody
bag in the
came
back
in.
garden to come inside.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna grab the shinies.
Okay. You pull
I'm
out
gonna
the
grab-
shiniest looking gemstone from inside.
Wow, what color is it?
You tell me, which color would you like the most?
Green.
Green? You pull out a dazzling emerald. It reflects the light through it as you sort of look into its translucent shape.
I'm just gonna open my eyes a lot and like look at it.
We might need to get her a kaleidoscope.
Your white eyes get a like slight greenish hue from the light shining into them through this emerald.
Shiny. That's it.
And scene.
I'm not gonna eat it or anything. What the fuck do you expect me to do?
No, we fully
Eat it.
expected
That's
you to eat
exactly
it.
what I expected you to do. I was scared.
Oh no. She's gonna be
Meet the
passing
green.
diamonds.
Chomping
green-
squishes.
Green can look kind of moldy, so.
Lady Fear, can I ask? You said some of these stones could be useful. Could you explain further?
Of course. Well, as a couple of you, or perhaps even a few of you, are spellcasters, you may well know that other spells can occasionally require use of more expensive components, some of these being gemstones. So this is more typical of higher level spells. They certainly can come in handy. And also, who knows when you may need a gem for all sorts of things. Crafting, magical artifacts, jewelry. It's really up to you how you use them. They're in your hands now.
Okay.
I have no issue with you selling them on.
Oh, that's good to know.
What kind of metals are in the box?
So you see these metals, they're not as, like, refined there's like a small golden ingot, but then there's also like a lump of a silvery material. There's one that looks maybe more like a platinum, like it's just a chunk of platinum in there. You can also see this one that is similar to like brass in color.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I grab
I'm gonna
another
eat.
yum?
I'm gonna eat a cookie or whatever there was, or a cupcake.
I want to grab another yum.
But I'll make sure there's no mold on it.
Do you know how fucking high class Fia is? She's not serving moldy cookies.
Well, you never know.
These
Right.
are like the freshest cookies in the entire town.
Oh no. I'm now imagining Clue taking a bite out of one of them and going, needs more mold.
This doesn't taste right. Right.
is
You need
just
to leave it for like.
bullying. This is just cyberbullying.
Oh no. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, I just wanted to know what metals were in the box because I didn't hear you explain what metals there were in the box.
gold, platinum, silver, something that looks like brass. Are you asking Fia? Or are you trying to like determine?
No, I was asking you.
Okay.
Not Fear. I was just wondering what it looked like in the chest. That's all that I wanted to know.
Okay.
I just want to grab another shiny.
Well, while you guys are like fondling whatever's inside this box, yes, like, so you spoke about potentially visiting Lady Vermilion. While I don't personally recommend spending much time cavorting with her, I must admit she could be useful. Slepny and I will visit the academy tomorrow morning. We can return to his office and assess the situation.
On that note, I feel I should point out his office might be a little bit untidy.
Slepny kind of looks and is like, how untidy are we talking about?
I don't want to use the term ransacked, but I probably should.
I was worried about that. I can be a little sporadic in my own research, but there was of course every chance that they would also go ransack the place and try to find out anything that I hadn't already told them. I will check if anything is missing. And once I have my notes, if hopefully they're still there, I should be able to figure out a bit more of how to track down these artifacts. And with any luck, we can beat them to it. Fia kind of interjects and is like, if, that is, you're interested in helping with this, I've already asked a lot of you, I understand. You've been willing thus far, but I cannot force you to partake in this.
At that, Faith is gonna look a little bit shocked, and then be, you know the sort of oaths I have sworn. I can't leave something like this.
Then you and I are alike. Though I want it to be stated that this will likely be a very dangerous journey. If they get their hands on any of these relics or artifacts before you, they could hold immense power. Not to mention whatever power this order already holds. You are putting your lives on the line for this.
Well, I'm gonna ask like this, right? There's money to be made.
Most certainly.
I'm in.
Good to know where your
If not
allegiances
us.
lie.
If not us, then who?
You have a point. I will need to reach out to my contacts within the Knights of Veta. They are half a country away, but you made the trip. I'm sure they can too. And this is certainly something within our purview. However, I'm not sure I can convince them to go on a journey around the entire continent looking for scattered artifacts. They will likely be more focused on how to form a more frontal assault or potentially infiltrate this order and take it down from the inside. I think we'll be needing a two-pronged assault for this. We will of course need to gather more info. We currently do not know much about our adversary, but, well, that's our specialty. As I say, we'll look into how we can take them down, and you look into stopping them from achieving their goals. Hopefully the two will coincide, and we can stop this before it goes too far.
We will certainly try our damnedest.
For now, I'd recommend you get some rest. I'm sure it's been a long journey for all of you. I know you had a place to stay before, but if you would prefer, you're welcome to stay here. I'll sort out the guest rooms. It's really up to you.
Faith is gonna look at Clue and remember a promise she made to her earlier and say, I think I owe this little one at least a stay here. Even if it is only one night. I certainly don't want to impose for too long.
Shiny rock.
Very well. In case any of you plan on going out, the way to get back in is to knock 3 times on the door, like this, and she knocks on the table. Boom, boom, boom. That will activate the portal. Without knocking precisely like that, it won't open into this interior as you see it now. It will open into the more barren interior you previously laid eyes upon. I'd prefer if that remains a secret. Whilst obviously not the most secure, I understand there is the possibility of people knocking 3 times. It's one step in keeping people from getting into this place. Trust me that I have plenty more. This place is safe. And as long as you are putting your lives at risk for my sake and for the sake of my goals, you are welcome to stay here.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I suppose I will be about getting dinner prepared, or supper at this hour, and I will have those guest rooms sorted. And we'll head out early in the morning. If you don't see us before we leave, we'll be at the academy. You can attend to your business and visit us there when you're ready. She kind of gets up and heads out the room to go find her handmaid and see to things. Slepny, too, takes like one last sip of his tea and is like, I'm going to go get some rest for the night. Thank you all again for everything you've done for me.
You're most welcome. I could hardly leave a friend in need.
It is good to have friends like yourselves. He gets up and heads upstairs.
Who's gonna carry the gems? Who's gonna keep them safe?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Guys, she did say safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust you to hold on to them. And that
you-
might be the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to disparage you, Zalil, but it is clear you are after a considerable amount of coin. I know not why.
Well,
I think we'd rather have the gems with someone a little more forthcoming when we might require them.
Shiny rock.
fine.
You are certainly welcome to your share, of course.
Yeah. I'll take that in coin, please.
Well, we have to try and sell them first.
I added a
I have-
please.
Yes, very nice of you. I would
Just gonna angrily eat
preferably.
another cookie.
I said please.
I would prefer to try and sell at least some of them sooner rather than later because I have 4 gold left in my name at this stage.
Well, I mean, doesn't Clue have 400 gold right now?
That's true.
Who does? Yes.
of which 200 was technically yours, I believe.
Yeah, but it's technically Clue's right now.
I mean, right now.
Clue, do you want to give me my 200 gold back?
Shiny rock.
I'll give you a shiny rock.
I already have a shiny rock.
Give you another one.
I can have all of those.
No, we can't have all of them.
Okay, half. Give you 400,
Nope.
400 gold.
No, I'm pretty sure these are probably worth more than 400 gold.
It's not what you wanted in the first place.
No, I want 200 gold, but I don't think it's worth the entire box of gems.
No, don't give it the box. I'm just giving you the gold.
What?
Half the gold.
you're
Don't
just
give me
giving it
the
to me?
box. Yes.
Thank you, Clue. You're the best.
Okay.
I thought you were saying you want the whole box.
No.
To be
Okay.
fair, I did think she said she wanted the whole box. But,
Yeah, that's what I heard. Cool. Alright, I'm not broke now. Faith, do you want to carry the stones? You're less likely
I
to
mean,
like
I
die.
can do if you want. I don't know how I feel about becoming the group's bank, but okay.
Well, you're least likely to die.
Interesting, okay. As the person that's most likely or attempting to get attacked the most, I will take that under advisement, but sure.
I think
I admit
last
I'm
time
the
we
person.
discussed that Zulil was the most likely to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we have established that Zulil is quite
It was Lamb, by the way.
squashy.
Yeah, I recognize the voice.
Okay. Just making sure.
No, I see how it is. No.
No,
I mean,
I
I've
think
done my
it's
damnedest to keep you alive, and certainly
I
so
know.
has Lamb, but there's
I know, and I appreciate that.
I can't stop every knife from going towards you, although I'm trying my damnedest.
No, I am aware.
Unfortunately, she can't roll for you.
The shade. Oh no.
But take remember it. That's 400 gold for you. I already put mine to 0.
Or, no, okay, I try and give 200 back to Clue. Clue, you keep this much, you'll need it.
So I have like no gold before, and then you guys gave the gold, and then she took the gold back. It wasn't it like Faith
Yeah.
and Tories or something?
Yeah, it was a well. I say it was Faith and Tories, but Faith's
my
half of
apologies.
Faith's gold was Clue's gold anyway.
Mm.
That is true.
Yeah, like Faith was holding it for Clue.
Okay, then I just grab the gold from Tori and just instantly give it to Faith.
Okay. I will. Okay, so I will add.
You are
200
the
to
bank.
mine, and then you add 200 to yours.
Okay.
And then apparently I have a box of gems.
Yeah.
Can I have one?
You can hold on to. I tell you what, you can hold on to 2 of them. You can have a gem per fist.
Yay!
Do you want 2 green ones or do you want a mix?
No, I want the red one.
Okay, you can have a green one and a red one.
Yo!
Yay!
I start clashing them together.
Oh my
It's gonna be a long evening. I mean, at least it's not the horn, right?
Yeah, I mean, good point.
She blows the horn in hand, just the subspace explodes.
Yeah.
Oh God, Lady
Everyone
Fear
died.
comes running down saying, "What did you do?" And we're all just like, "Us,
Horn.
nothing."
Yeah.
Clue.
It's the whole.
Yeah, we're all dead.
There's
Clue's
just a hole in the
standing there
side
with
of the
horn.
wall, and like to the outside, it's just like purple, like space mist. I don't know.
Just a void.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I have 2 shiny rocks.
You too.
You do.
Oh my god.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna add them to my inventory.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have a small chest. I'll put them inside.
Okay. So, Lamb kind of sits forward for a second and is like, I'm glad I was able to help your friend. I know that's all you brought me along for. I'm glad we were able to.
Well, thank you for your assistance, but by the sound of things, we could be helping you out a lot more. If the stories are true, and this group is trying to become a god by replacing your goddess, then by helping you, we help the rest of the world.
Yes, it's a lot. I've been thinking, as they've been talking, trying to figure it out. I know that they're experts on this, but I get the sense that I know more about the goddess than they do. Maybe I could help in some way? But
I would certainly appreciate that, and I'm sure they would as well.
But also, I realized that I've left the Abbey. I've left my sisters behind, and I'm sure they're concerned about me. Truth be told, I'm a little torn.
I can understand that. Having your loyalties pulled in 2 directions is never easy. Maybe I've forgotten her name. What's the lady called?
Lucy?
Lucy. It may be worth meeting with Lucy and having a meeting of minds, as it were. I think it would certainly be someone going back and warning your
I'll show you
sisters
something
what
funny.
is coming. Really? Okay.
Apologies.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. I certainly feel it would be worth someone going back and warning your sisters of the impending threat. But it would also be good to have someone here that knows a lot more about the goddess. Maybe one of you could return whilst the other one helps with the research.
Maybe. I don't know of Lucy very well. I know we visited her. I know we invited her to join us. She was one of the few people we've actually sought out. I don't know if her expertise rival our own. Not that I mean anything bad towards her by that. Just, we have the matron and we have tapestries and all kinds of history that isn't so accessible to the outside world. I'm not sure how much she's had access to out here. But she also turned us down last time when we invited her. And I don't think she knows the way. If one of us were to return, it would make sense to be me, but I get the sense you also need me here.
Unless there is another way of sending a message to your people.
We could use ascending. We could contact the matron, let her know what's happening. I'm not sure what
I
she'll
certainly
do.
feel... Well, I think it's worth us trying.
But
And I definitely believe she would much rather hear the news from you rather than me. I'm sure I am not looked on with great favour at the moment.
Maybe. I have to ask. What do you want? Do you want me to stay here with you? Do you want me to return? You brought me here to help Slepny, and I've done that, and it's not that I want to go, it's... Do you want me to stay?
Of course I want you to stay. You've been a good friend to us, a good companion. I would treasure your company for as long as you're willing to give it. But you have to follow the calling of your heart. And I will support it in whatever way I can.
It's not just my allegiances. I've never been much of a fighter, and in the time that I've been with you, we have seen quite a terrifying fight. You said that there was likely more like that out here. And
Certainly I believe in our future there is definitely more combat to come.
then you could use my help.
I want ship person to stay.
You don't want person to stay, what did you say?
I want ship person to
A
stay.
sheep person. I thought you said shit person. I'm like, what?
Same. Yep, same.
No, no, no.
Oh no! Oh, Rev.
I mean, you know what? If you want to believe I said that, then fair enough.
I
Go
kind of
ahead.
don't. I feel like it's too mean to Lamb to call her shit person.
Okay, then don't.
So mean.
Why do you think I was that mean? It's
Oh,
a sheep
no.
person. Sheep.
Maybe I could, we can send the sending to the matron, and maybe tomorrow we go speak with this Lucy?
Absolutely. Faith is gonna get up, walk over to Lamb, and take her hands in hers and say, "We would absolutely love to have you join us for longer, but you do need to bear in mind the life that we lead and the danger that we are likely to be moving into. I don't want you to have any illusions as to how hard things are going to be in the future. So if you are to come with us, I want you to do so with your eyes wide open, to know how dangerous things are likely to get."
Kind of looks down at her hands. I know. To be honest, I'm scared. I'm scared about what happens to us. I'm scared of getting hurt. I'm scared of hurting other people. But I'm also scared of what happens if we don't stop them. They do replace her. And I know that a lot more people will get hurt.
Remember, true courage is not being afraid of what's happening. It's being afraid and going ahead anyway.
I'll try to help you as best I can.
And then Faith's gonna give her a big hug.
Aww.
And be like, I promise I will do my best to protect you. Just as I will try and protect everyone else in our little group.
She gives you a warm, fluffy hug back.
No. Ship hugs.
Shit hugs. Shit hugs.
Okay, lamb hugs.
Okay.
Lambert, fear is nothing to be ashamed of. Fear is something that is natural and has kept people alive for a long time.
Yeah.
Fear is necessary,
The what?
but like Faith said, it's not about being scared or, fearing certain things and situations. It's about pushing past those. It's about learning from them, and it's about learning to deal with those fears. That is some of what we do. It's not just fighting. It's not just helping
I'll do
people.
my best.
You'll do fine. I mean, have you seen the monster we fought? That was probably the craziest shit we've ever done.
Yeah.
So far.
I'll be honest, I was terrified.
Oh, you think I wasn't? I've had that thing fucking spit blood in my eyes. You want to be blinded by that thing in the same room with you?
He like giggles a little bit.
I love how Celil says it's not always about helping people. It's like he cares the least about helping people.
I care about helping people as long as I get money, okay?
That's not
So-
caring about people.
Well, agree to
It's-
disagree.
It's like Mel from Serenity. It's like, I do the job, I get paid.
Yes, I am basically a witcher.
You're an asshole. That's what you are.
I mean, that's the same thing.
Witcher.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I don't know what you're on about.
Professional asshole.
Hands you like a card. It's like professional asshole.
Oh god, he's got business cards? Oh no.
Yeah, I've gone professional now.
Oh no.
Oh no, Arnor.
With all that said, I think I have an idea of something. Maybe. It's a thought. I like I said, I was thinking while they're speaking. This ascension of theirs, it relies on replacing the goddess, right? Well, I've been told stories about how the goddess is coming back, and about these shattered. That each of them have a piece of her inside of them, and that when they die, that piece is sort of released out back into the world to reconvene, to rejoin with the other pieces. When we say that the goddess is shattered, we don't necessarily mean it figuratively. It's somewhat literal. She's quite literally in pieces. And they're all coming back together like a broken pot. And once you have all the pieces, all it takes is just gluing it back together, and there you go. But that does mean that for every shattered that's born, that is a piece that is being stored somewhere, in a person, or very occasionally an animal or an artifact, and when they die, that piece becomes part of her again. But that means that they would all have to die for her to be reformed. It's all just a natural process. They're born, they live, they die. If this group, this order, wants to take her place, wants to stop her coming back, and they need Shatter to do it, then I can only imagine that they're going to use this knife or something similar to it to trap those pieces, to stop them from reuniting with the goddess, or what parts of her have already been released. Which means they would have to kill quite a lot to stop it, and presumably they would want to accumulate what power is already collected. All of that is to say that I don't think the knife, the one used by the Sanguine Prince, will be enough. And I think that finding Shattered is one piece of their puzzle. But you mentioned about helping her come back. There isn't really a way to do that besides, well, killing them. I'm not suggesting we should. I don't want to do that. But the only ways to bring her back is for all of the pieces to be reunited. So either we wait for more to be born and more to die, or I don't know.
I think the best idea in this case is to just focus on the knife for now. Everything else can come after that. We can worry about everything else after. But if they really do need the knife for this specific case, we should focus on that first. If it's gonna happen, the goddess is gonna be reborn anyway, and it's gonna happen naturally, we can probably hold that off for a few months.
It's
not gonna be as much press for night.
More than months. It's been 1,000 years since the shattering, and while I'm certain she'll be more reformed than not, it's likely we're talking lifetimes.
Yes, obviously. But my point is, if we're gonna spend a few months on searching the knife, we should do that first, because we have the rest of our lives to figure out the other stuff about the Shattered. Whereas this one specific thing is a lot more pressing in the near.
Well, the dagger is a highly unique part of what they want to do. But that said, it sounds like having the dagger just allows them to start banking the souls. They still need enough souls, enough shards of the Shatter to actually do anything with it. Like, having the knife alone is not enough. They need to reach critical mass.
Yeah.
More or less, yes.
So does that not bump the knife down the list of priorities?
Well, but that's only assuming that they do still need all those souls, or all those Shattered, or all those pieces. But we don't know how many they've actually, or how many are stored.
I mean, as it stands, we have multiple different areas we could start, and we just don't have enough information to make the decision on where we should focus first. Not yet. I think we should see what research Lady Fear and Slepny come up with?
There is one other kink in their plan. No one's figured out how to identify shattered. Not really. It's obvious when someone has talents beyond what is normal. Someone adept at magic, someone unusually strong or skilled. But many shattered have likely gone under the radar, lived normal lives, never realized their powers, never gotten any stronger than that. For every one that is a demigod, yes, many of them likely never realized it. If this group wants to find Shattered, that's not an easy thing to do, even with the knife. They could find some high-profile ones, but there aren't exactly many of those. They need some way to track the Shattered down, and so far no one's done that. But if they're really going after this, they must have an idea, right?
Well, okay. See, because we don't have any information whatsoever, I'm just gonna spitball this. What if they do have a Shattered? Their leader, perhaps, that has the ability, as you say, they're adept at certain things, they're very strong, very magically gifted. But who's to say that they don't, or that person, the leader of that group, isn't actually someone who can see or otherwise identify other Shattered? Wouldn't that also be in the realm of possibilities? Would that be something that the goddess might have as an ability or as an extension to maybe at one point get back together as a whole?
It makes sense. To be honest, if they plan on taking the goddess's place, they'd likely need to already have some piece of her. It would make sense if whoever is going to be the one to ascend is already a Shattered. That does mean that they're very strong, though.
That is what I feared. Okay, how about this? These people are not very, let's say, open with their business. They're more a criminal organization, if you will. What if me and someone else go out to the tavern and try and get some people to talk? Either by drinks or some other means. Who knows? We'll figure something out.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I don't think we can rule out any avenue of investigation just yet, but the idea that some drunkards in a tavern are just going to breach the secrets. We can try anything at this point.
Well, it's not necessarily that they're going to give us like the secrets to, the base or whatever, but it could lead to,
clues.
Clues. Quite literally clues. And that like a trail of breadcrumbs, something. Plus, it might be a smart idea to just put a bounty out for the knife. To just have other people do the searching for us and then pay them in return.
Speaking of clues, we have another avenue of investigation. And Faith is gonna stare straight at Clue as she's saying this. One of us here was actually impacted more directly by the Order. And if we could find some way of restoring her memory, that may also leave us another avenue of investigation.
Speaking of which, didn't I forgot her name, the moth lady,
Lucy.
Lucy, yeah, figure out Clue was a shattered fairly quickly?
The shattered?
I don't believe she said that Clue is a shattered.
No.
I think she told you guys about the shattered before.
Yes.
And she
Oh,
gave
yeah, sorry.
Clue that necklace.
Sorry,
I mean,
yeah.
Clue could be a shattered. You never know, but she certainly
Any
didn't
one
say
of
it.
us could be.
I for some reason I remember that. My bad. Just delete it then. Just forget. Command forget. I don't have that spell.
It may be worth, because when we were here before, we briefly toyed with the idea of finding someone that may be able to help restore her memory. And they suggested we talk to the mages at the academy. It may be worth continuing that line of investigation as well. Assuming, of course, that Clue wants to recover her memory.
How long ago did this happen to you? She kind of kneels down and looks at you, Clue.
What?
How? She looks up to you, Faith, and it's like, how long has she been like this?
It's been several months since I found her.
Several months. And she was already like this when you found her?
Yes.
So maybe even longer. I'm not an expert. There are people better at magic than me. But from what I know, I don't know much that could cure something that's been that long. Lost memories from that long ago. And, well, she's a little beyond ill or injured. I don't know if anything short of true resurrection or a wish spell could fix this.
Then perhaps that line of inquiry can be put on the back burner, and if a more promising lead arrives, then we can further pursue it.
Seems like we have a lot of directions to go in.
It's rather frustrating, you could say.
It's better than no
don't mean to.
options.
Oh, absolutely, but I don't mean to disparage myself too much, but I'm more of a point me in the direction and I'll smash things sort. This delving into the past and searching through, just desperately searching to find some sort of direction is not my forte.
Well, maybe your friend will figure something out tomorrow, and we can figure out what direction we're going. She gives you like a nervous but warming smile.
Faith will smile back and just be like, we shall see what the morning brings.
With that, do you guys have any other things you want to do or discuss for the night, or do you want to skip ahead to the next day?
I want to, as I'm getting ready for bed, attempt to put a spell into my sphere.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna.
I was just gonna
What
say.
was that?
So, to do that, it uses the spell slot for it, and if it has any material components that do cost like a gold value, you would need to expend those. But since it's a arcane focus, any components that aren't a gold value, you don't need to expend. But yeah.
Okay, so if I want to put Rhymes Binding Ice in there, it just says a vial of melt water.
Yeah, so that doesn't say a gold value, so that's covered by an arcane focus, which the orb itself is, so that's fine.
Sweet.
So
Awesome.
it's basically like just casting the spell into it.
Yep, cool.
And then it holds it. You can get your spell slots back from the long rest.
Amazing.
Great. Anything else?
How are these rooms like? Are we all in separate rooms or something?
So she's kind of Lady Fia has like, it's a decently large mansion. So there's a number of guest rooms. So I guess it's kind of up to you, but I'd say she probably wouldn't have like a hotel's worth of guest rooms. It'd be more like a couple that are like at least ready to go. So yeah. There'd probably be like one with like a larger like double bed and one with like a single bed or whatever.
What about the windows?
Well, you don't see anything but the void outside of them.
Darn, dome windows.
Well, to be fair, the void in here is kind of like a purpley swirling mass of like nebula clouds and stars. It's quite pretty.
Oh, pretty.
I'm not even gonna argue.
What do you want to argue?
Oh, because I said pretty much the same thing before.
Okay, I guess.
What?
Well, I wanna sit next to Lamb in bed.
Okay.
Just sit him.
I'm just sitting. Mom kind of like looks to you and is like, hi.
You're just gonna watch us sleep all night?
Hi. I'm gonna say it like, hi.
She like shuffles up a little closer to you. And looks at you and is like, you're kind of a contradiction. Know that?
What does that mean?
It means like something that's two opposites at once.
I don't understand.
For me, I've been taught a lot of things. I've been taught to be compassionate. I've been taught to help people. And I've also been taught that our mission was always to... the goddess's mission, and we follow her in it, is to prevent undeath, to make sure that things die when they're supposed to, and no sooner, and make sure they stay dead, don't come back. If
Okay.
it technically would have been our duty to stop you from being here. Not that I wanted to hurt you or get rid of you or anything, but by her tenets, we're technically not supposed to let you exist. We're supposed to lay you to rest. But you're kind of still here, in a way. And
Well, like, what's it called? Like, I'll tilt my head a little bit. Like, I don't understand.
you've been here for a long time, and when you came to us, you all needed help, and, well, you received a warmer welcome than any other undead would have. And you seem good. I don't want to lay you to rest. I don't plan to. But technically I should. But at the same time, Goddess was the one to make undead in the first place. She made the first one. And she did it out of love. And maybe she changed her mind. We don't know. We can't exactly tell what she was thinking during the shattering. Or what would have happened if she'd survived it. If it had all blown over and she was still here. Whether we'd have had more undead, or maybe whether she'd have gone back to how things were before. And if she comes back, I don't know what would happen to you.
Undead?
Yeah, like you died, and then you came back. And you're not fully here.
What?
She just gives you a little pat on the head.
Like, yes.
Your hands are cold, and your eyes are dull and white. Your skin is pallid, and your mind is clouded. You're not who you used to be, but you're still good. And I think that's worth protecting. I hope she would think the same.
You think God would want to protect?
I hope so. The goddess had a lot of roles, and death was one of them, but it wasn't all of what she is and what she represents. She was compassion. She was motherhood. She was a lot of things. A lot of very good things. It's why she can simultaneously represent death and darkness and still be one of the good gods. It's why, despite following a god of death, we're healers. You're conflicting for me.
It's a
Contradiction.
contradiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's one half of duality, her and her brother. But in many ways she is duality itself. Motherhood, and she is death, and she is birth. She is the darkness of the night, but she's also the light of the moon. You give me a lot to think about.
I tried to think too,
Okay,
but it's hard.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help with that.
I prefer you being here than being alone. Yes.
Well, I haven't been alone in a very long time. I had good people looking after me, and now I still do, just different people.
Like shiny person.
Yeah. She's nice. She's kind, a little headstrong, and can be a little intimidating, but kind.
Shiny.
And shiny. And she
I'm
kind
gonna
of
use-
reaches out and just like gently folds your necklace from around your neck and just kind of like rubs it with her thumb and just looks deeply into it.
She's gonna lay down in the bed.
She lays down as well, and just gets ready to go to sleep.
I don't sleep.
I know. Well, I think that's a good place to take a quick break. We can be right back and see what happens in the morning.
Okay.
Right. Well, see y'all in a few minutes.
Bye bye. Good night, everyone.
No. I mean, good night in the game.
Every
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
time.
Okay.
Every time.
We'll see y'all in a few minutes. Be right back.
No.
I thought you were going to say we'll.
we're back. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Mummers.
We're talking
Hello.
about cute dogs.
Good night, everyone.
No, we're back. It's not good night. Let's
Oh,
talk about this
okay.
good night for you guys as you all settle down for the night.
It's good night from her, and it's good night from her.
Yo. End of the day of Pikmin.
Pikmin?
Pikmin?
You never played Pikmin?
No.
I just don't get why it's relevant right now.
Because like every time you end a day in Pikmin, like it's a little melody that sounds. It's really cute.
Okay, I don't hear a melody.
I forgot it.
Clue just plays the horn.
I can
It's
no.
just-
I can send it. I
No.
can send it. Oh, wait. You can continue. I'm gonna send it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Moving on.
So, as you all settle down in these rooms, they're very, very nice and ornate, with like the finest silk sheets and like these like
Ooh.
very fancy bed
Faith is got a
stands.
starfish.
Yeah.
She's using that whole fucking bed.
Nice big bed. One of those ones, you know, like the princess beds where they have like the cloth at the top.
Yeah.
Like one
Yeah.
of
Oh yeah,
those.
yeah.
Really nice. Like
This is
probably the
like-
nicest bed you've ever slept in.
It's like this is what I'm used to. This is my style.
Slept in or slept in?
No.
What?
Hey, have a
Slept in?
there.
Oh, slept in.
By the time you all
There's-
wake, the
Send the
next
song, by
day,
the way.
it's presumably you all wake up a little later than expected, given that you've all been traveling through the cold for like a good few weeks. Sorry, my voice was gone. Given that you've all been like traveling through the cold for a few weeks and whatnot, and you're finally in nice comfy beds, you know, you all get a good night's rest and kind of sleep in a little. And by the time you wake up, Thea and Slepny have already left, but a scent of breakfast permeates the air.
Smells good.
Bacon?
No,
There's-
not that breakfast.
I was gonna say yes, actually. There is bacon and eggs, and you can just smell it.
Yeah.
Bacon.
English? Yeah, basically.
Can I check my watch for the time?
Yeah, so it's about like 11 o'clock.
It's
I'd
baked
say.
bean o'clock.
Good sleep in.
What time is it? Sorry.
11 a.m. Good sleep in.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wow, okay.
I think
That's
Lily's
not a
hungry.
sleep in, that's in we've lost the day. Oh no.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Well, time to make
I
it.
wake up
time
like
to
an
do
hour
another one.
later than every day.
What? You're speaking to someone who gets up at 5:30. Screw you.
Oh, God. Well, you don't have super ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Lamb wakes up, her hair all like just in a frizzy mess, going all out all over the place. Her fur doing much the same. Kind of just like, huh? Morning.
Hello.
Do I smell bacon?
I know, do you?
I think. Kind of gets up out of bed and gets into like a bathrobe thing, like what's it called, dressing gown. And stands up, and then she comes over to knock on the other room's doors. It's like, morning. Are you awake?
No.
Oh, sorry. Do you want 5 more minutes?
Yes?
Okay. Rest bell. Goes to the next door. Knock, knock. Morning.
Whose door is she knocking on?
You get
And
to decide.
Who is in what room? Because, like, obviously Clue and Lam were in the same room. And Faith said she sprawled out over an entire bed. So,
Wait, how many rooms were there?
well, I said 2 earlier, but we'll say, I don't know, 3.
Sorry.
There ain't no way me and Zulil shared a room.
Okay, well, fucking, I guess Zulu was with Lam and Clue, so it's your room then. Sorry.
Yeah, I was laying on the ground apparently.
I mean, I would ask. I guess it depends on whether Tori wants to sleep in the smallest corner of the bed. Faith is starfishing.
Yeah,
If
are
it's
you
with
sleeping
Faith, then
with
yeah,
Faith?
definitely. If those were my options, obviously I wouldn't like kick Zulil out.
Get wrecked, Zulil. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna-
I slept in the corner of Faith's bed, curled up like a cat with my cat.
Aww.
Aww.
Yeah, I just put my coin purse down as like a fucking pillow.
That has gotta be like some lumpy
That'd be
pillow.
worse. That's worse than the ground.
Oh no.
Wake up with one hell of a crick in your neck.
So that was Zulil's
Yeah, I guess
story.
that's Zulil's story. Morning.
Yes,
Oh, so you're not asleep. Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, I think Faith's taking 5 more minutes. I guess you could too if you wanted. Or you can come down and get ready. I think there's breakfast.
What food?
I don't know. I smell bacon.
Can you check for me and come back?
What?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh man, that's not good.
It's not Lamb's fault that you got fucking kicked out of a room. Leave Lamb out of this.
Oh no.
A while later, you hear another knock at the door. Hi.
Hey.
It's like, Thalassian breakfast.
I'll be out in a bit.
Okay.
And I just stumble out of bed and like wherever the fuck
I
I
mean,
was
we can
lying.
tell we are apparently all enjoying the opportunity to sleep in.
Yes, a nice bed.
So like Faith is gonna stagger out of her room wearing another robe, and if anything, her hair looks even messier than Lamb's. It's just like you can't even see the horns anymore; they're just hidden by the hair. It's just thump everywhere. It's just like, yeah.
Morning, sleepyhead.
I don't think it's my head that's still asleep.
Well,
And then she's gonna sort of trudge off towards the smell of bacon.
okay.
I'm gonna pick up LJ and follow Faith down to breakfast.
LJ was being very cat-like. Presumably, you didn't have him in the cage, right?
No. He was cuddled with me.
Yeah, he was being very cat-like, just all the way through the night, just occasionally walking on you, snuggling up in the corner, turning around, getting up, running across the room, jumping back on the bed, stomping on you again. You know, just cat things.
It's bonding. It's bonding.
And now 11 o'clock makes much more sense.
Yeah. I hope LJ didn't bother you last night, Faith.
It's fine. Like of all the things I thought were going to be crawling through my hair last night, it was not LJ.
You'll head downstairs, and sure enough, like in the kitchen, there's a nice breakfast. You know, bacon, eggs, like hash browns, etc. All nicely put out on plates for you. Still warm.
This looks good. Thank you, chef. Whoever cooked this. I'm just yelling this out.
I guess Fia left it for us? Or her handmaiden?
She
Where
did say
is
she
the
was leaving
handmaiden?
early. Hello?
There is no response.
I guess she's not here. Maybe she went with Lady Fear.
Maybe.
Or maybe she only works certain hours.
Yeah, maybe she went home to her family.
Maybe she went. Maybe she went to bed after like taking care of everything. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm done. You can do your own
I'm off
washing
the
now.
clock. Dear. Alright, well, I'm digging in.
We all have a delicious breakfast. So, what's our first move? We could send, ascending to the matron, and we talked about visiting Lucy, but there's also, you go to their, your friend's office first, or whatever.
I believe Lucy is fairly close to where we are now.
Yeah, she's not like too far away.
Yeah, so I believe it would make the most sense to go visit Lucy first and then walk down, I'm pretty sure, to the other side of Pale Hill to get to Slepny's office, if I remember
It's not
correctly.
like fully the other side. It's essentially they're like up the hill right now in the mansion, right?
Yeah.
So like a little bit further down the hill is like the temple and the old temple where Lucy is. Off towards like the north side, a little bit down the hill the other direction is where the academy is.
Oh, okay.
I think seeing Lucy first makes sense, but we should also find out how we can do this sending. I think we don't want to forget that warning, and the sooner we send it, the better.
Yeah,
That
I
is
think
very
it's a good
true.
idea.
You guys have a way of sending, right? I don't have the spell prepared.
I mean, we have our little note. But that's very limited in what we can actually send.
How so?
25 words,
Oh,
I believe.
that's just like a normal sending.
So I guess we can use that and send it. What we do 3 times a day, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to use all of them, but I'll try and think of something concise. And yeah.
Okay.
Can I borrow it?
So we yeah. I mean, I think Tori's got it, doesn't she?
Yep. I hand
Yep.
it to her.
Okay. She gets out a quill from nearby and puts it down on the counter and thinks a bit before writing out a message. Explaining that she's okay, that she's in Pale Hill, and in as many words as she has left, trying to lay out what's going on. Which is not exactly the easiest thing to convey in like less than 20 words, but you know.
So say she can use multiple messages.
Well, she doesn't want to use all the charges on.
she's gonna have to use like the first 2 digits, like that thread thing where it's like flash. Oh.
Oh no. 1 out of 2.
Like a message shows back up on the page. She reads it.
Just as you're grounded.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to use another charge. Writes out another message. Gets another message back.
But Mom.
Okay, I think I'll leave it there. Here you go. And she hands the paper back to you. I told her what's happening. I told her that I'm okay. She's a bit mad.
I mean, we were expecting that.
Yeah. She didn't say what she's going to do about this, but she seems concerned. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Well, at least we've given them a chance, a fair warning as to what's coming.
Yeah. You ever feel like you just got yelled at by your mother?
Not since I got knighted, but yes, I know what you mean.
Clue's just gonna look down.
Oh,
Yes, quite often actually.
sorry.
I mean, it's a little bit awkward because she technically outranks me in the clergies. Yeah.
She kind of is my mother in a way. Like, she's the matron, and the others are my sisters, so, like, I'll be fine. It's fine.
It's fine. She loves you. You'll be fine. Just give her time to calm down a bit.
Yeah. I'll be
I mean,
fine.
at least she knows you're safe now. That's probably she's just been worried about you.
Yeah. It did kind of disappear without telling her.
I mean, with reason, but yes.
I get why she's upset, though.
It's completely understandable.
That aside, where Lucy?
Yes. Once I finish combing this crap out, God damn it,
Do you
ow!
need some help?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just never grow a pair of horns if you can avoid it.
A little late for that.
Yeah.
Oh no! Massive
mine's
horns, like
always
never.
crazy. Like, don't worry about it.
It's fine. I'll learn a spell that just lets me do this without having to.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
it'll be fine.
prestidigitation would work.
Maybe. I don't think I get that.
I don't think so.
I mean, I can make my hair look like it's on fire, I suppose, but that's not really what I was going for.
I mean, it would certainly be a statement.
It would be. I mean, it only lasts for about a minute, so probably not great, but.
Anyway, having finished detangling your hair as best you can and had a nice breakfast and whatnot, you head out back towards the ruined temple. Or ruined. I guess, yeah, it is a temple. Small temple, but yeah. Where, you find Lucy, and she immediately, upon seeing you, kind of like waves you over and it's like, Hi, it's been a long time.
Friend!
And this is the part where I have to do two characters with basically the same voice interacting with each other.
Let's go. I'm gonna run towards it.
Like I was saying, like Faith was it's sort of like about to sort of walk up and hug Lucy, and then she sort of stops and thinks for a second, and then waits for Clue to run past.
She like runs at you too and picks you up and hugs you, and then goes over to you, Faith, and hugs you and you, Tori, and whatnot. And then she looks to
Not
you,
so
Lucy
little.
Lil, and is like, "You want a hug as well?" Like opens her arms up.
It's a free hug. Take it. Take it.
Check for traps.
Oh
No, let's not go down that road.
no! Oh no!
Right. So there's only one reasonable action to take here.
Take the hug.
I'm gonna turn and run away. No, I will begrudgingly move closer and hug
Aw.
and secretly enjoy it.
She wraps her forearms around you, nice and fluffy. And then,
He stabs her.
No!
And then I pickpocket her. No.
And then she looks to Lamb, and she's like, "Oh, hi. I don't think we've met." And looks to the rest of you.
This is Lem, or Lamia. She's a cleric, of the Lady of Duality, who helped us to save a dear friend of ours.
Lam kind of perks up and is like, "Hi, I've heard about you. I know we came to ask you to join us before."
And now we watch the chaos ensue as Sherry talks to herself for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I met a few of your people before. The fuck? How was that? Fucking jump scare.
It was a satanic ritual.
It's 5 nights at Revels.
Oh no.
Falcon?
Jesus Christ.
She forgot to close the air vent. Oh no.
What the fuck are you talking about? That never happened. Anyway, you were saying?
Anyway. Yeah, Sorry, I know I didn't join before. I've been taking care of this place. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's a piece of history. Well, I'm sure you already know. It was one of her temples. I'm like, how do I be like, who is talking at any given moment? I don't want to just go, and Lam says, and Lucy replies.
Oh
Oh, someone interrupt this conversation.
no. Oh no. This
No.
No.
Fine, I'll just keep
Rocks
talking and
fall,
you won't
everyone
know which
dies.
one's talking other than context.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice that you've been keeping it.
It's lamb. It's lamb.
Fair. Our temple on the outside is in a pretty
Lucy.
similar state. Nope, that was still Lam.
Oh. Fuck.
Should bet money on
Let's
this.
try.
We well, we're looking into things and they thought that I should meet you. Kinda looks to you guys.
Save me from this conversation.
There's a lot going on, and sorry, why were we? What were we trying to find out?
Oh, I just think I wanted to see you two talk to each other.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Lucy.
I mean-
I didn't mean that in a bad way. I was just we were discussing a lot of plans. We were trying to figure things out, and it was one of the ideas that I meet you, and I thought that we talked about something before, but then it changed. It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. It's nice to meet you. I sent them your way to help step me out. I didn't really know anyone else who could help. But since you're here, I'm guessing you could?
Well,
Yeah.
The good news is Slepny is actually fine. See, I'm gonna
Let's go. Finally.
So it's like the good news is it worked. Slepny is fine. And the bad news is someone's smacking their keyboard very, very hard.
Oh, I was taking notes. I didn't.
The bad news, because there's always bad news, is that now we know a bit more about what's going on. And how much do you know about the Order and what's been happening.
You're asking Lucy that, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Just what happened before and what you told me. About them attacking the party, about them kidnapping Slepty, about, what they did to him. And, of course, about Clue.
How much do you want to know about what we've found out? I don't want to involve you if you don't want to be involved.
Just how involved am I getting? You can tell me. This is, hold on. And she, like, goes and sits down on a rock and pats it for you to sit down. It's like, okay, I don't have confessionals, but confidentiality.
I don't think you could take my confessionals, but we will. I'll sit on the rock next to her and I'll give her a brief overview of not necessarily everything. Say that the followers of the goddess are being targeted because the only way the Order can do what they want to do is to replace the goddess.
You see, she looks like very concerned by this news. So, there's a bunch of evil people, and they wanna become the new goddess?
That seems to be about the size of it. They seem to be trying to recreate the ritual that made the Sanguine Prince. And to do that, they seem to believe that they need to replace the missing members of the Pantheon. So we believe, at least in our musings of how we can potentially stop them, that one of the avenues would be and help bring about some sort of restoration of the goddess.
I don't know how doable that is.
Well, especially when my skills mainly involve swinging a sword at things.
You don't
Breathing.
give yourself enough credit.
I'm aware of where my forte lies. I'm good at talking to people and I'm good at stabbing things. I'm not necessarily so good at figuring out the bigger picture.
Well, your goddess is still alive. You could try asking her.
I can certainly try. But as someone who is at least affiliated, shall we say, with the goddess, I thought it was best to at least let you know what was happening.
Let's say that hypothetically they succeed and they take her place, become this new god of duality. Do we know what they want to do with that power?
I don't think we know enough about their ultimate goals, but I will say that anyone that wants to become a god is not someone I want to be a god.
I guess they're not gonna do something good with it, huh?
You don't chase that kind of power for altruistic goals. As far as we know, they're raising undead. Like, that's not the actions of someone that has the best interests of the people at heart.
You're right. But you're gonna try and stop them?
We'll certainly do our best.
Well, I believe in you. You can do this.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
So, like, when you guys were in the tundra, you found the place, huh?
We did. Thanks to Clue, actually.
Oh. So
I
what was it
climbed a tree.
like?
Hmm?
So what was it like?
Secluded? It's very strange. Like I don't know how much I should say. Like it's not what it seems at first glance.
Kind of sits down and they like waffle off on a bit of a conversation for a while as Lam tells her like all about it.
It's like I don't want to go giving away any of their secrets and be there. Oh yeah, you take a second left here, then you take a right, and you walk up to the statue and you lick the water, and everything changes.
No,
Lim-
Lam's immediately like going in like, oh my god, it's like so it's
Oh
so
my
pretty.
god, it's
and
so
you go in here
great.
and we have this secret magic thing where you drink this water and it just like trails off from there.
It's okay. It's not like it's a secret or anything, all right?
It's so great, girly.
Oh my god.
But yeah, eventually they finish chatting. With that, do you want to head off to whatever you're doing next?
I mean, unless anyone else wants to have a chinwag with.
I want to talk to the moth, actually.
Okay.
Talk to Lucy.
Hello!
Hi.
Again.
She like pats you on the head and ruffles your hair a little.
I'm gonna like look around, searching for the stuff that she bought when,
What's
we were back
there?
here.
Like the sleeping bag's rolled up right now, but she has like a little one of those little fire stove thingies, like a camping stove. And like her other stuff just set up there nearby.
You still have the things.
Oh yeah. Thank you again for those. They've been helpful.
I'm gonna look back at Faith like.
What?
Gold? Shinies?
Oh, you want some gold?
Mm.
And how much would you like to give her?
I just extend my hand.
What?
Don't you have like shiny stones you can give?
Those are shiny stones. You cannot buy stuff with shiny stones. Give gold.
Yeah, so Faith's gonna like bring out the bulging coin purse, open it up, and just like hold it out to Clue and be like, "Well, take what you want."
I mean, just put the hand in the purse and just take a handful.
But hold on, you don't have to give me any gold. It's okay. I got what I needed.
I would say you can either take the gold or you can stand here arguing with Clue for the next 3 days.
Thank you. So, she
Half.
reluctantly takes it. You really don't have to keep giving me money, though. You know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know what.
I think she knows she doesn't have to. She just wants to.
Well, I appreciate it.
It's good. And it can help fly?
I don't know about that one.
Can moth fly?
You
I was
kind
waiting
of
for
already
that.
asked me that. And we kind of found out no.
Aww.
It's like, but you've had months of practice.
You
Why can you not fly?
not yet.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Buy sweet stuff with shiny. Yeah?
Oh god, I did not interpret that correctly.
What did you
What?
hear?
Buy sweet stuff.
Oh no!
I was like, wait, close flirting? What?
No. Not that buy.
I'll get something nice. Thank you.
Yay!
I mean, I do kind of need to know for the record, how much did you actually give to her?
It depends how big are gold pieces.
Like the size of a coin?
Okay, but like which coin?
You know, I don't know.
A 2 pence coin?
We don't have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't have Spanish coins, so I can't give you a direct.
It's euro.
I don't have
translation.
euros.
Yeah.
Right, so
Well,
okay,
that's
let's
a
imagine
shame.
Glue's hands like half mine. Let's say like 14.
14 gold? Okay. I should deduct
Okay.
14 gold. Ta-da!
It's not a lot of
14 gold's not
I mean-
to scoff at, though.
Yeah.
whatever, 14 gold. Okay.
What else? 14.
We have 400. It's okay.
Well, Faith is currently carrying 418 plus a box of.
Exactly, we're rich.
I don't know if we're rich yet.
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 I just have to scam more orcs.
We got them killed again.
Yeah, you have to scam
I mean, we
them.
don't know if we got.
Well, she
They're
certainly
gonna
tried.
come after us. Yeah. He's like, here, hold this explosive and run towards the thing that detonates it.
I'm sure it worked.
It'll be fine.
And then
It
I'm gonna
was-
give her a hug, by the way. Just
Oh.
doing things.
I don't know why my brain just went. And then I saw her face.
And now I am a Viva.
Believer.
A Viva.
Believer.
Believer.
Bolivar?
Sure.
And now you're a beaver?
Yeah, a Viva.
Believer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she gives.
Damn.
like that.
No.
Yay. Arms with 4 arms.
Forearmed hug.
Forearm.
So, what's next on the agenda?
What do you guys want to do?
We should send a message, shouldn't we?
What
You
method?
already sent a message.
Well, we
We
did.
did the
Oh, we
sending.
did.
Yeah.
I think we'd just go to Sleipnir's, or like to the study, to the academy next, so we can knock out both the figuring out more about Clue and Clue's memory, as well as just talking to Fia and Sleipnir themselves. Just check on whether
Well, I
or
mean,
not anything got stolen.
Clue's memory is a we need to resurrect her apparently, so that's like not gonna go anywhere anytime fast.
Actually, we also have to go past Fia's house again, and I need to grab the bag of holding.
You want to grab your bag of holding,
Yeah.
Just don't go inside again with it.
assuming no one nicked it.
It's in the backyard, so it should be fine.
You could do a little
Not,
test.
not
Oh god, I
everyone's
just
stories.
realized. No, it's fine. Well, I'll figure it out once we're there.
We'll have to climb the wall to get it.
Oh,
Oh no.
See, I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna leave people in
You
suspense.
don't though,
Yeah.
do you? You just need to not.
No, but it's
knock
gonna
on the
be
door
funny.
properly.
It's gonna be funny.
Okay.
It'll
Alright,
be
well,
fine.
So you guys head back the way you came and find yourselves back at Fia's mansion. Are you climbing the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, my
Roll
nemesis.
athletics or acrobatics.
I swear, if you scream
17 motherfuckers! Get fucked, all of you!
Okay.
Was that acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
a promise?
What? Clue actually flirting with people now?
No.
Oh wow, Clue flirting with Zalil.
Ew.
No thanks.
Oh
The
wow,
fuck?
okay.
I
The
might
actual-
have issues, but you
The
know, that
actual
is not one of
undead
them.
is saying ew at that.
Well, Clue. Okay, Clue would be more attracted to rotting human meat than anything else.
Because
really.
she is rotten human being. Well, not
No,
We
she's
don't
rotting
know that.
goblin, but details.
We don't know what
rotting
Clue
human
finds
chicken.
attractive yet.
Adult human chicken.
Oh, no.
Yes, you get a running start, hop up, and easily clear this wall that bested you before. You find the bag still in the back garden. Now you have to get back out.
Yes. I'm gonna insult the wall.
Okay.
Oh, talk about counting your chickens before they hatch. Okay.
What do you
Vicious
say
mockery.
to the wall?
Not 20 minutes
Fucking
ago.
stupid wall. You
You're
suck, wall.
You sure?
Right, how the turns
Roll
table.
intimidation.
Okay. Wait, how much do I have on intimidation? +1. 14.
14. The wall's
The
pretty
wall is not
scared.
very
You-
impressed.
You bested it this time, but you still have to get over it again.
I'm just gonna go. I'm going to walk through the door.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
not.
he's gonna chicken out. Oh no.
You still have to, pick it,
Yeah.
which you couldn't do last time.
I didn't.
You can-
Well, yeah, I'll just do that then. I
you
do
know, just
have
pick the lock.
I have proficiency on.
Just fucking jump the wall.
Fine, I'll jump the wall.
Jump it.
This is such a tease, isn't it?
I rolled 3 13s in a row. I'm not even joking. That's another 17.
Another 17. This wall is so
Yeah.
scared it just lets you pass.
You just goose through the wall.
Yeah, unironically,
Through the wall.
unironically, I got 3 13s in a row.
I think it would have been so much funnier if you'd screwed up the roll. And then Larry Jr. jumps on top of the wall and just meows at you.
Aw.
Larry Jr. would would try to go to the other side of the wall, like project himself at the other side of the wall. Like we're like.
See, it's easy. It's like, okay, well done, Zalil. You finally
clipping.
bested your nemesis.
No clip in the wall.
It's like 360 no scope the wall.
Look at him, shivering.
So, with your bag of holding back by your side, did you say we're heading off to the academy?
Yeah, at least that would make the most sense, I believe.
Okay. You head back through the gates and up the path, through those big doors, and you once again are met with that old man who was manning the reception last time. Oh, hello, you're back.
We are. That is the thing we occasionally do. We are here to see Sly.
Hello.
He's back in the office today. He said he's not working, but he had some things he needed to check on. I'm quite glad to see him back in good health.
As are we. It certainly was a bit of an adventure.
Well, do you remember where his office was, or do you need someone to guide you again?
In all honesty, Faith will probably have forgotten. So unless one of the others can remember.
I don't
No.
remember. I can make a roll to see if I remember, if Zalil remembers.
Sure, roll history, I guess.
That's a 17, but this time I rolled a 14. I don't know
17?
what's going on with the roll.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember
17.
the way back to the room.
And Zilil, lead the way.
I think we can find the way, but thank you for offering.
Very well. Well, whatever your business with Slepny, good luck. I do hope he returns to work soon. We've been missing our star professor. Okay,
Let's all follow Zalil.
you head
Yes,
up on the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to wherever there's a not Zalil. That's me.
That is you.
Slepny
Well
is
Yeah, that's
or
me.
Slepny's room is. Look, sorry, I've been awake since 5:30 in the morning. I
Really?
have not
Me
slept
too.
well this entire week.
Yeah,
I don't need your sass, okay?
You can say
You
that.
don't
Vi has been
need
awake
it.
too.
Like you don't need the sass, but we're giving
I'm
it
gonna
to you
give it
anyway
to you
because we know
anyway.
how much.
Yeah, you love it, don't you?
Well,
No.
you head up to Slepny's
Sorry.
office, where you can see it is mostly in the same state as it was before, but you can see Slepny is just like on the ground with many sheets of paper that he's like sliding together, and Fia's just like stood next to him all like prim and proper, looking at the absolute mess that he's just scrambling around in at the moment. Just like thinking about things. Yeah.
Can I say it?
Say what?
You know, my thing.
Oh, your thing.
Yeah.
Can you?
May I? Maybe.
You don't need my permission.
I'm asking anyway.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make it boom when she screams it out.
Let's go. Hello.
As this shrill hello rings throughout the entire room and down the hallways, Slepny fucking jumps to his feet and like turns around. Meanwhile, Fia like immediately hand on rapier spins around to face you all. It's like,
And then
it's you.
I see you've tied it up.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking. You should have. I'm sure you.
It's still quite a mess in here. I will admit some of this was my own doing. But it does seem that people had a look through and they don't seem to have taken anything. If they did, they made a copy or made note of it. They don't seem to have taken any of my notes with them.
Well, thank the goddess for small mercies.
I've been looking through my notes. I haven't found anything much new information. However, I'm thinking of some ideas. We have come up with something of a plan, or at least a start. One of the relics, perhaps one of the more conspicuous ones, belonged to one of the more conspicuous shattered, King Leon, the king who conquered half of the continent, the king who brought together the kingdom of Thalas. The first king following the shattering. He's a rather major political figure and historical figure. He was a very powerful shattered, said to have fought off entire armies on his own. He also is said to have possessed a... Am I getting this right, Slepny? Yes, he possessed a shattered lion, one of the few cases of a shattered animal that we know of. A non-humanoid. We believe that he may have been in possession of multiple artifacts that took on a piece of his power. One such artifact being his crown. It was said to be like shards of glass, rather unusual, certain. We think we know where it is. It should, in theory, be with his body in King's Rest, the capital. How to actually get to his body is the harder part. It's kept in a tomb beneath the king's palace. And, well, it's not exactly open for visitation. I've been to the palace a few times myself, and, well, I've never had the opportunity to go down there. We can't actually confirm whether the crown is down there, but we are certain that the crown that the current king is wearing is not the same one. The crown that belonged to King Leon was buried alongside him, while a new, more ornate crown was devised for future kings and queens. There may be a silver lining, as it were. The anniversary of King Leon's death is coming up in not too long from now. There will likely be a parade in King's Rest, and this may be the only time that they will take his body, his sarcophagus, out of the tomb and put it on display for the parade. There is a distinct possibility that the crown will be alongside it. This may prove easier than raiding a tomb beneath a palace of armed guards in the center of the capital city, where the current king resides, but is not exactly low profile. If you were to crash a parade and try to take a crown, I don't imagine it would be looked upon fondly, but I also don't believe even I could go negotiate with them for such a precious artifact. They wouldn't just give it up. It's the one that we know best where to find. It's also the one that is most closely guarded. She kind of puts her fingers to her temple, like she's got a headache, and is just like, I'm not certain of our next move.
I'm not sure how I feel about stealing a crown from a national hero. But it is the first solid lead we've got.
Maybe they let us take it.
Unlikely.
It's possible. But
You can certainly
yeah.
try, but I wouldn't count your odds very highly.
And of course, as soon as we ask them for it, they'll know we're interested in it and instantly double the guard.
However, if we leave it there is every chance that it's well guarded enough that they will never reach it, that it'll stay safe. However, given the connections that this order seems to have, given they are able to crash a rather upper-class party, given that they're able to teleport out when you encountered them, there's every possibility that they will be far more equipped than yourselves to acquire the crown, even under lock and key. And I'm certain that if we know this is the best chance to obtain it, during the parade, they will likely do the same. It may be a little bit of a race. See who can obtain it first. And unfortunately, even if they can't get to it, it's our best shot at finding the other relics. Slepny? Yes. I believe, and I may be wrong about this, but I believe our best chance of finding the other relics is to obtain one for ourselves. Once we have one, we can devise an enchantment or a machine or some other such contraption to use one to track down the others. They're all tied by a similar energy, a similar magic. It's entirely possible that through one, we can use it to seek out the others. Without one, we're a little bit lost in the dark.
Isn't there another one?
There are plenty more, but this is by far the easiest to locate, as we already know somewhat its location, where it will be, and possibly when is our best chance to get it. I'm not suggesting that we perform a heist against the king, but we may need to perform a heist against the king.
Sounds fun. And do you have an army prepared or what?
Well, we may not need an army.
I
If they're
feel
gonna
that
make-
an army for this job would be more of a detriment than a help. We are going to need discretion. A full-scale assault during the middle of a parade is going to spark a civil war, and one that we are frankly not prepared for. We do have one connection to the king, and an army, that being General Xander. You helped him before, he may be more compliant than the king himself, but he has no more authority to hand over the crown than I do.
But if we speak to him, he might get word to the king.
Possibly. His allegiances lie with the king more so than with me or you, but he may owe you a favor. It's up to you if you'd like to take that route, but I'm offering it up as an option, a possibility. Another option, and I hate that I'm saying this, you may want to look into, how do I put this? Professionals in the area of high-stakes thefts. She looks to you, Zulil, as she says this.
What? You think I would know people?
You have
I mean, I
connections,
do,
you know?
but I do, but that feels a bit uncalled for.
Apologies, I was
What?
merely implying that you have connections due to your nature as a bounty hunter and a previous guard. You may know where to find people.
I'll look into it. I might have some ideas where to find some people like that,
Right.
but they probably won't just go with, won't just steal the crown, but also.
Well, we are essentially asking for treason and very high-scale theft, and well, the punishment might well be beheading for this one. So,
There's so many worse deaths. That's fine.
I'd recommend you don't get caught. If you are
Well,
going to go
that
down
was
this
not
route.
Planning on.
our plan.
Unless you have other leads. I would really, really, really like to hear that you have other leads right now.
Maybe we
Ow.
still have to talk to Lady Vermilion. No.
We can certainly go after the dagger. That is a promising lead, but the dagger is not one of these artifacts and cannot
No.
be used to find the others.
Based on the information we've had so far, the dagger need not necessarily be our priority.
If I may, the dagger is certainly important to their plans, but there is every possibility that they will figure out how it was made without the dagger itself. Obtaining the dagger would speed up that progress. But yes, they may be able to make do without it. And likewise, without the relics, they could likely still continue with their plan, but it would once again slow them down. We're essentially looking to put speed bumps in their way till we can find a more permanent solution.
Then it sounds like we need to talk to Lady Vermilion. We should also talk to Joe. At worst, he may be able to help us find out more about the security for the parade. If we impress upon him the danger of this crown being stolen.
Perhaps.
Not a bad idea.
While I'm on the subject of suggesting not exactly moral actions, it may also be an option to not necessarily lie to him, but not tell him the full truth. If you can get the information from him without tipping him off, it may prevent the news being received by the king. It depends how much you trust Xander.
Zalila, how much do you trust Xander?
I don't really trust anyone an extreme amount, and Xander is unfortunately someone I have barely talked to, so that does obviously not really help.
Just wondering, because you've had your run-ins with the guard.
Well, that's not Xander though. That's I
Captain
forgot his
Sven.
name. Yeah, Sven.
Yeah, but you might have heard some things. You probably know more than we do.
Actually, have I heard anything about it? Should I do a
Give me a
history
history
check?
check, yeah.
A 16. I rolled a 13 again. I don't know what's happening.
So you are more of a guardsman than like a king's army man, you know? You're not a soldier, but you would have definitely heard a bit about it before. Like, as far as like his reputation goes, like publicly, he's a decent general. He's known to be a good tactician, but he also has served his entire time in the army in a time of peace. So he's never, been in a proper like war. Only like small scale battles. He's generally helped keep that peace, but that's about it. As for how trustworthy he is, he's certainly not known to be particularly corrupt or anything, but you don't really know enough about like personally what he's like, other than your own encounters with him.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Sorry, I had a thought and I lost it. Sorry.
Okay.
I've been it's not been a good week for me. I've been awake too long and I've slept too little.
Hmm. Well,
No,
I'd recommend you chase up your lead with Vermilion. This is our most promising lead in regards to the relics. And if you come up with any other plans, do let me know. I will keep looking.
do we know where we can find Lady Vermilion?
Her mansion is not far from my own. It's the one with the gargoyles on it.
Okay. Should be easy to find then.
On
Walk
a
up the hill
slightly
again.
more personal note, do you know where I would find the known as the obsidian hammers? Any of them around here?
The obsidian hammers, yes, I know of them. Malkuth's chosen some of the best blacksmiths in the world. I know where to find them, but it's not anywhere near here. They have their headquarters in a mountain down, I believe. So let me check where's my map? Is it pinned in the Discord?
Yeah.
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 What? That one's more recent. I believe it was in the mountains up near Sand's End, to the northwest. Supposedly Malkuth himself resides in that mountain, and some of his finest smiths are given audience with him. There's means of contacting them if you'd like a order, you'd like something smithing.
It's more. I'm trying to find out what Thalos this hammer is.
It is most likely to belong to them. I can put out the word if you'd like, or you can see if you ever find yourself up there.
I think I'll hold on to it and see if we ever find our way up there. But I appreciate the offer.
Very well. One last thing. Tori,
Yes.
when we spoke last night, I believe I promised you a staff, or, well, the plans for one.
Yes.
I have found an old diagram. It wasn't finished. I've made a few alterations, though. Hopefully this will suffice. And he goes over and pulls a piece of, like, parchment off a desk, and you can see, as he hands it over to you, there's this, like, sort of detailed, like engineering diagram almost, with, like, lots of, like, annotations and notes and, like a, what's the word where it's like a cutout where you can see, like, half cross-section, that's the word. It's got, like, a cross-section and whatnot on it. As I said last night, I'm not an artificer myself, but hopefully one can make something from this.
Oh, thank you very much. I will see if I can find someone who can make this for me. But I very much appreciate it.
It will, at present, allow you to use the sphere as a staff. It will continue to harness the powers of the staff through this shaft of this staff. However, I believe with the right inscriptions, the right arcane runes, it could potentially unlock further power within the sphere.
That sounds amazing. Again, thank you. I'll see what I can do.
You're welcome. Also, I believe you should have this. And he pulls out the diagram of the dagger. The one from the Sanguine Prince's Ascension. And he hands it over to you. So you know what you're looking for.
Thank you. That will come in handy.
What about the crown, though?
Let me see. He like flicks through a bunch of books, and eventually finds a page. He tears it out of the book and goes,
Bless me.
again, a sketch. a
I
sketch.
eat the
It may not be entirely accurate, but here you are. And you see there's this, it's like a band of kind of like a silvery wire metal with silvery metal wire with like these shards of what look like almost like a broken mirror or something, like shards of glass that go up with like the largest shard in the front getting smaller towards the sides, almost more like a tiara shape than a crown, but like made of these shards of glass. As I said, rather unusual in its design. No doubt in some way related to his shattered nature.
Yeah. It will be shiny, Chloe.
Shiny.
Alright, well, thank you for all your help. We should go and find Lady Vermilion, I guess. See if we can get some answers.
Right. We'll continue our search for answers, though I don't think there's much more to be found here, beyond speculation and theory crafting. We'll let you know if you find anything.
Thank you. That would be good.
Just had to stop myself from saying, but hey!
I fucking knew you were gonna think that. The second my brain was going like theory crafting. Oh, they're gonna say just a theory.
Okay!
Well, as you leave the office and step outside, you carry on down the hallways and out to the front door of the academy. From this high up vantage point, as you're heading back up the street, you can see just downhill on the north side of town in the warehousing district a rising plume of smoke and what looks to be the beginnings of a fire. You can also, just barely from here, see it appears to be rather crowded around that area.
Well, I guess we gotta go see what's going on.
Are they burning the giant badger?
No,
the giant
he's
badger
already gone.
disappeared a long time ago.
Long time ago.
But with
Poor
that,
giant badger.
I guess we'll leave it there for tonight. It's pretty late. We've
Oh.
been going for like nearly 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we'll pick it up next time.
No.
Okay.
Right. Well, we will be back presumably 2 weeks from now on the Friday at 9 p.m.
Yep.
British time, as
Yes.
usual. Unless, someone has anything come up. So hopefully we'll see you all then. For now, bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all for joining. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Boop.